Alright guys, welcome to another one of my Blood Bowl commentaries. This time I am playing as the Undead against Chaos Dwarves. Should be interesting because they're very much higher level than me. To the point where 140, which is quite a big difference. Let's have a quick look. Minotaur, block, stand firm, good. Block guard, block, mighty blow, tackle, dodge, that's quite good. Chaos Dwarf 2. Guard, guard, mighty blow, guard, claw, guard, guard, claw, guard, block. But they only have 11 players. So let's have a quick look at mine. I forget what I actually have. 2 mummies, one with +1 on strength. That's amazing. Tackle, +1 strength. Guard, ghoul with blocks, nerves of steel. Zombies, plenty. Block, dodge, zombie. Okay. My not so great team, but mercs. Let's have a quick look at what mercs I could get. Nope. Nope. Almost, but no. Bribes. To try and keep them off, or kind of difficult. And I've got 30 seconds to go, so let's go with bribes because bribes are always fun. Right, so my plan going into this match is probably just try and hit those. He doesn't have actually that much ball handling capacity. Just a couple of hobgoblins, and that should be an interesting mix. Which means that if I can get hold of those hobgoblins, which isn't too hard with Chaos Dwarfs, I should be able to do quite well. However, I need to make the most of my 2 mummies, and I need to have them well positioned. If they get stuck in between those dwarves, then I'm going to have a bad. I also have my ghoul centaur, which, to be honest, I'd quite like to take. It's always worth trying, and yeah. This is probably like the first high-level Chaos Dwarf team I've played, so really, or I don't know really what to expect more than anything. Right, very good. We're onto the pitch. Oh, and I forgot about his Minotaur. Ugh, the Minotaur. How did I forget about his Minotaur? It's only got 8 armor, so it might be worth fouling that thing just to keep that off the pitch and just remove him some key strength. Right. Okay. Okay, so there's no point putting my dodge, block, zombie in the front lines. Let's just feed them standard zombies. He had kick. That's strange. It probably is worth putting my plus armor value player on the sidelines though. Kind of want to keep just these guys nicely back. This could go horribly wrong, although my undead team hasn't done badly, so I should have more faith in it. He's going to be vicious. It depends how we use this guy. These guys are very good blitzers, but this one could be taken down by Conrad, and then we have to probably foul. Block, dodge, and both of these players will be irrelevant when they've got those sort of players. And just 2 goblins, one of which has got sure hands. So if I can remove the goblin, all's good. But I actually only don't have mighty blow on any real blitzers, so it's going to be more of a fluke if I manage to hit it. It looks like he's going to try and go for my +2 strength player straight off the bat, which should be interesting because it's not quite as easy. He's got horns, but he still needs an assist to make a 1-die block. So yeah, it'd be an aggressive, to say the least, move. Has this guy got guard? He does have guard. Okay, so the referee let the game run on a turn. And so the game starts with some bashing, as would be expected by Dwarves. And the mighty blow knocks one of my players out straight off the bat. This guy has claw, so it's another knockout. This is why I kind of don't like claw, because it just makes it too easy to break armor. But you know, what are you going to do? But it's only knockout so far, so it's not worth worrying about. There's a long game to go, and Chaos Dwarves are not that fast at scoring. Okay, so he's interestingly put that player there, so he is going to go for this guy. Now, he has Mighty Blow, but I have Armor 9, so I'm kind of hoping I can stand up to a bit of onslaught from his Minotaur. He does manage to hit me, and it doesn't do all that much. Okay, so his Minotaur standing nicely in the middle. Good for me. He doesn't have guard, so moving a player around to here just to knock this guy off his feet will be useful. And it looks like he's going to go for, he could go for a foul, I don't know, or if he's just setting up to try and distract this mummy. But I can probably fight my way out of that, to be honest, if I need to. But I do need to get my mummy in elsewhere. So he does have the ball. Now, it would probably be worth trying to catch him off guard now by sending ghouls for a gap, which isn't going to be easy. But it's potentially... it's not impossible. So, for example, he's setting up to sort of do something there. Yeah, he's really focused on this side, which is sort of strange if you ask me, but... and... oh, come on, ref. Right, first of all, let's get this guy there. So he really doesn't like that mummy, which I understand, but he's not that great. He doesn't have block, and he doesn't have, you know, claw. He's not like a killer, he's just a harmless little mummy. Right, the question is, do I get this player up and then just attempt that, or do I try and break through here? Because that's going to really screw him over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push on through. I need to sort of make this count at this point. Which gives me a chance to spread out some players out to the wings. Now, the only problem is he's going to be more than capable of moving. This is a bit risky. He fails. Kind of tough luck there, really. And yeah, that was just bad luck. Not much I could have done about that, really. I sort of probably didn't have to make it. It was a 1 in 9 chance I'd dodge out, but I kind of wanted to see if I could knock down that Minotaur, push him into... And, you know, it's a 1 in 6, but what are you going to do? They're all sitting there off the pitch now, sort of just chilling. I'd imagine he probably wouldn't mind going for a hit on this guy now. I should have really got that player up. He's going for a hit on the whites, which I suppose gives him a chance to push this guy out. But it's sort of worth playing a risky player at the moment because I'm 3 players down. Like, chances of me doing particularly well this point is going to be vicious because I just got hit by mighty blows. So I get lucky and don't get hurt. So could have been a lot worse. And stupidly, I also left this guy here, which is a bit... He's going to be distracted by 1 Chaos Dwarf blocker. But I can blitz him out if I need to. Ooh, he tried, and I got lucky. And he'll likely try again. Although the thing is, he's going to have a hard time pushing a strength 7 player out of the way. Especially without the blitz on... Yeah, so I'm sort of hoping this guy can hold out long enough for me to make a gap, but... Oh no, he doesn't. Damn it. Oh well, he's still fine. Oh, I do hate Chaos Dwarves sometimes. Right. Let's stick with the plan, or what was the plan at least. First of all, let's try and get this guy up. What we're going to do is we're going to try and... Oh, I can't... It's infuriating. So I managed to break armor there, so I get kind of lucky. Oh, come on. This is just abysmal luck for me. I can't do anything this drive. All I can hope is he doesn't injure me too much and that I can come back with another goal and see what I can do. But it's kind of rough because that was just horrendous luck in general. Double 2s and double 1s on stuff is never nice on your block dice. But we'll see how it plays out. As I said, I still got a decent amount of players really. Like, assuming that he's Chaos Dwarves, he's not going to score more than once this turn. So I'm gonna just have to play it out and then come back in the second half and try my hardest to do some good there. Okay, so he's trying to get blocks in here. I'm taking so many hits. It's not even cool because I can't land a hit myself. Right, I need to start hitting those hobgoblins. Just get me a player advantage. All it takes is 1 injury. But the thing is, I'm so many players down now. He's just off that kickoff. It's too difficult to come back sort of and perform, as it were. See, why all the knockouts? They're not even mighty blows. Yes, smashed knee, great. Come on, stay off. Yes. Okay, that's some luck. Right, a Chaos Dwarf gone. I'm not sure why he dodged that away because the last thing I want. So that's guard off the pitch. So I couldn't have asked for more than that. Let's get my mummy back into the fray. That's a good hit at least. All we can do is try and fight back until the end of this, because he's not likely to score. He's not likely to go for a second goal in this matchup. I wanted to go for this guy, but that guy was providing a guard, which was making it tricky. I'm actually going to leave those players on the ground. I know it seems stupid, but they're too vulnerable to be allowed to sort of just get hit, especially by all these Chaos Dwarves with tackle, and they're not going to do much good anyway, so let's just leave them there. We got an injury, which is more than good, and it sort of means that if I can just make it out with just knockouts and these guys can get back onto the field relatively quickly, I should be able to push my numbers advantage a little bit more. But at the moment, I'm just hoping I don't get hit so much that it's kind of difficult. Ow, knockout after knockout after knockout. That's a useful player now. The amount of knockouts he's scoring is kind of vicious. Interestingly, he wasted a reroll on a loner, but meh. He'll probably make a run for it, I would imagine. Or maybe he's going to make a foul, I don't know. It'd be nice to remove that guy, so maybe I'll foul him. Yeah, it looks like he's going to foul me. But if he does foul me, he runs the risk of getting sent off. Come on! Send him off, that would be the perfect time. Whatever. Lame ass ref can't see anything. I would love him to foul more, because it's quite a good chance that he'll get sent off and I'll get. Okay, so we're going to go for a foul ourselves, but we have a bribe, so I bet you it's going to turn back in my face, but we're going to use this ghoul. He really wants that +2 strength player gone, and without a dirty player he is going to have a hard time. And yes, it's sometimes a good tactic if you've got spare players, but I wouldn't suggest it if you don't have spare players. So he's going to go for a hit, I assume, on my block past ghoul, and in the meantime I'm just praying and praying these guys get up. I could have a disaster if they don't, but if he scores I've got 2 turns for them, 2 drives, so each one has a quarter chance of staying off the pitch. That means statistically one of them is going to come off the pitch, one of them's going to stay on. But as you know, in Blood Bowl, statistics is never entirely reliable, and Nuffle decides a lot of what happens. Right, so what are we going to do here? I'm going to try and loosen up this player so we can blitz this one, and we can try and get Hobgoblin off with Mighty Blow. It's probably a better choice. We got lucky with the... Okay, it doesn't look like it's going to happen now. Why is he fouling so much? He doesn't have a bribe. Come on, ref! Notice these! He's fouling with his Goram friggin' things. I mean, that wasn't even really worth it. It was +1 on the armor roll. Right, let's go and try and hit this guy. Okay, then we're going to just move this player down in case he gets stupid. I do have block, that's the good thing, so I can attempt that in a minute. Now, knowing that he's not likely... Oh, we're going to push this player out. That means that he's essentially not going to be able to blitz around here. So that means that I can then move a player around here. And make a 2-die block. Both ones are pretty vicious, so yeah, I'm just gonna... Right, that means that he should score this, because he's sitting on the edge now, and I've got a ghoul that's ready to chase him down if need be. However, it looks like he's probably going to go for the block, which could be bad, because he doesn't have a reroll, so all it takes is double 1, or something to go horribly wrong. He's likely to go for this guy. It's kind of semi-worth it. And he does hit. Ow, maybe I'm going to regret this, but he should score. Oh, another knockout, but it could be worse. As I said, I got 2 turns for them to come back. Maybe I'll get lucky. That claw's going to be nasty. And, oh, knockout after knockout after knockout. I have got most of my team in the KO box. There's not much I could have done, and to be honest, I'm really feeling like I should have picked Bloodweiser Babes. 2 Bloodweiser Babes would save me right now, but... Oh, there you go, there's a knockout. Right. Well, first going to do is going to try and pay back some damage, and then we have to go for the goal. It's unlucky because it doesn't, the dodge doesn't succeed, which is a 1 in 9 chance. But you know, how many players? He's got 2 players off the pitch, and one of them is likely 1 in 4 to come back on. Oh, that's a lot of players I need on the pitch, and it's getting close to that stage where 2 of them are going to stay off the pitch, so it'll be even numbers. But see how it goes. That's statistics. I mean, potentially I could have them all up, but he's really wants to go for these blocks, and I'm not entirely sure why, because I do have regeneration, so it's not like he's going to be able to really outbash me. He should just secure the goal. Come on, double skulls. Hey! Perfect. And he doesn't actually manage to score. Wait, that's bad for me. Uh-oh. That's not good. Okay, I'm going to have to go for a quick goal. Okay, so he doesn't end up scoring because of double skulls. Great. I'm going to try and make a run for it. It doesn't make it, but the half ends 0-0, so in a way it's good for me, because if I can score a quick goal and do enough damage before I could potentially... okay, that's pretty good. I'm only going to be 2 players down. He's going to be 1 player down, so you know, it's not shabby. A quick goal, a good cage, and we could be 1-0 up, and yeah. So Nuffle saves me at the end. And he is going to be missing a Chaos Dwarf, which is a good portion of his bashing capabilities out of the way. I do need to be careful because of this player, but if we can just... I don't know whether to slowly pull him to one side, drag him into a fight, and then move off to the other with my faster pace. Well, at least on the ghoul anyway. Although, yeah, I do have the ghoul up. Oh, I just don't have my mummy and my... So his plan was... That's not... So his plan is still looking pretty grim, because I am a player down and zombies are not the most effective. players in the world. But if I can somehow form a cage up and get away from his team, maybe do some damage, all the better for me. Okay, that's really, really great. He's not moved his players into the right position. This player is way too far off to be really any threat to me as I push up one flank. So that should give me ample chance to just make a risky play. Downfield. So what we're going to need is my pass player. Nerves of Steel, and we're going to go for a really strange play, but if it works, it works. Because this guy cannot make it round there, so if my ghoul can make a double run. What is it with the referee letting the clock run at the moment? Now that's a 3+ followed by 4+ rerolls, so it's not highly likely, but it's possible. And it doesn't look like it's going to. I feel like taking my chances on this one because his team's just a little too strong at the moment, and I haven't positioned myself very well here. First of all, we'll go for a block, just in case we injure or something. Now this basically has to work, and it's going to be not easy. Oh, come on! He couldn't even make the pickup. So that's kind of frustrating because my undead are really screwed now because I really wanted to set up a cage. I knew it was a risk, but it was a 1 in 9 chance of failing, then a 1 in 4, so 1 in 3 re-rolled, 1 in 4 re-rolled, and then a 1 in 3 potentially re-rolled if a re-roll hadn't been used. It would have been fine, to be honest. It could have quite easily been like, it was more likely to work, and it was more likely to put me in the lead quickly and get my knocked out players back onto the pitch. And at this point you have to make desperate moves because it's not like a completely, and his makes it first time, so that's sort of just the way things work out. All we can try and do is try and make him score fast because, as I explained, I'm sort of out on options here. But sometimes you got to take a risk like that. I know I don't have agility players, which would be lovely, but sometimes you have to say, look, I'm gonna make this count, or I'm gonna do something crazy. And yeah, it didn't work. Yeah, that was not great. I'm not happy really about that. Oh, where have their names gone? I don't hit N. Sorry. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to try and release this player off these stupid. I still don't overly believe in his tactics. Well, I don't think it was a particularly. It was all right. He shouldn't have had this guy so far on the flank though. Even with the kick, kicks can go wrong, and you know, still annoying though. I don't really have much option other than just to sort of sit there and hope they do something. But I've had a pretty. This has not been great luck on the armor rolls because so many got knocked out. I mean, one of his got injured. All I can do is try and make him score quickly and then return with a 1-1. But he's not going to be in any rush. He's got more players on the field. But yeah, these are games and these happen, and it's kind of annoying. I'll imagine he'll probably want to just go and blitz up here and try and knock me out now, which is a good call. And yeah, been lucky not to get injuries, but I've been really unlucky to get as many armor breaks as I have on the knockouts, and especially considering 2 players of the 2 that weren't knocked out were just my best and most reliable players, so it's kind of annoying. And I don't really have any response to this other than I have to just try and get downfield and put myself in a position where I can block him off and then force him to score, but it's not going to be easy, and I'm going to be out of options. But yeah, I don't regret making that decision really, because it was probably the best one. A drawn out fight without a second mummy would just end in disaster, and I had the opportunity to go 1-0 up and secure, but it just didn't work, and that's what happens. You sometimes have to weigh these things out, and it was a very risky play, but I'm not in a position to be not risky, as it were, if that makes any sense. Of course you fail it. And with the beginning blocks that I had, I don't think I was ever going to do that well if my luck persisted, because they were goddamn abysmal. That doesn't make things any easier. It hasn't been great though. Okay, we have to do something stupid because, as I said, we have to try and make him score quickly. So if we can get Conrad the Feared into a good position like there, then it sort of helps us out a bit more. That is also a stupid move, but desperate times call for desperate measures. I see, now you make the dodges. Let's leave it there. So he's now got 2 players to worry about. This one's Spine Snatcher, and to be honest, it might be enough to make him score quickly. His team, but you know, this is what Chaos Dwarves do. They bash, and sometimes bashing is a very odd tactic because it can win you games quite quickly, or you can just fail miserably. And it is letting statistics do stuff. It's not. Yeah. Sometimes against some races, the obvious answer is to bash, and really the best way is to bash. For example, you can't outpass really a Skaven team if they've got some good gutter runners and a +1 agility thrower. But on the other hand, ow, more KOs. But on the other hand, you should bash them into the ground, because that is where their weakness lies. However, teams that are just designed to bash only just seem like a bit unreliable to me. They're just designed or based on one statistic, and if your armor rolls they don't work out. I mean, the whole idea is to push your numbers towards the armor rolls so they do work out, but if they don't, you're in a little bit of trouble, and there's not much you can do about it. That's kind of annoying. He still hasn't defended this player properly, so it's not impossible for me to get around him and start doing some nasty, like there, or... Right, let's again just get some players up so that we got a localized. This guy's only got dodge, mighty blow, so he probably is going to spend a turn making sure this guy doesn't get involved, which works for me. Let's just try and keep the dwarves off us as long as possible. That's all we have to do. And then we have to let Corpse Basher just charge and see if he can't make a hit on Sneaky Git. Okay, I'm going to have to move that player up there, because otherwise he's in a position to be pushed, and I should have followed. I didn't really watch his thing, and he's going to get smacked in the face now. But Comrade the Feared is there, so let's just see how long we can occupy them. I mean, he's probably going to make a hit there, but... That's good. See, now he's in the way. And he's still in the way. So he should be able to score by just running this player through, but then he scores and I get... No, he's going to blitz, which seems really... It's an okay idea, and I suppose he's trying to delay it out. I can see where he's going, but if he makes one sort of error or I get a bit lucky, I can still get the ball off him, so... Come on, follow me up. Damn it. 1, 2. See, I'm going to have to do something a bit crazy, but I will get a 2-die block out of it, and it's a dodge. And if I can push him off the pitch... Oh, badly hurt. And if I can push him off the pitch and the ball lands somewhere up here, it's 0-0. Boring game, but I saved the game, and I saved my sort of honour, as it were, in a game... Oh, no. And I'm sort of getting smashed in the face constantly. Broken neck. Not too worrying on an agility 2 player, so he might be able to cover here though. That's the problem. However, if he puts that player there, it doesn't entirely stop me. Oh, well, that's kind of lame. Managed to hit that player down. Right, here goes nothing. 3 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It needs to be 2 dodges and a blitz and a couple of go for it's. So it's basically a last ditch attempt by all purposes, by all means. And first dodge fails, second dodge fails. Not great. To have a word with my armourer. Okay, so that was a game dominated by knockouts and armor breaks, and yeah, it's sort of there's not much I could have done. The game could have easily been turned around by his massive amount of fouling on my strength 7 player. Could have easily turned into multiple players down for him, but it didn't. Or alternatively, the armor breaks could have been less annoying, because they were frustrating. How much like my players just took KO after KO after KO. You see, he's still not getting very. I'm just going to go for. And also that point where I got double twos, double ones did not help my positioning at all. In general, it wasn't a great game for me. So it might be a reverse of that corn game against Chaos Dwarves where I basically slaughtered them from the start. So I guess I got my own back. But this is Blood Bowl. And yeah. Good game to my opponent. You played a risky game. And it paid off for you this time. But I'd say if anyone's watching this match, I wouldn't do what he did. Don't place this player on the flank for a pickup if you kick it here, because chances were I was going to get that pickup, hopefully, and then the pass maybe happen, and it just leaves you too vulnerable to a quick goal in a position where you should be able to grind out a win anyway. Yes, if you're desperate, or yes, if it's close, or yes, if you're even on the... He's still fouled and the referee's not seen anything. But you know, yes, if you feel like you can't win the grind, but it doesn't feel overly necessary when you had more players on the pitch, or he had more players on the pitch, and more to lose, as it were, because it was 0-0. He could have gone 1-0 down, and then it would be lots of knockouts for me, and he would have been better off covering all the spaces. But can't really do anything about that match, annoyingly, because of the... Oh. I don't know if he leveled. No, I don't think he did level. No, he didn't. Right, so that's it for me. Okay, stay safe, guys, and I'll bring you some more videos. Hopefully those introduction ones will be good once I get around to doing them. It's just... I have to script them and they're taking longer than I thought. But yes, stay safe and latest.